Alright, I am gonna make an upload thing here. Now, we talked about dot plots yesterday. We're not gonna cover them on this. So basically, you guys are gonna need to do this. So we have our 5-number summary. The graphic example of box and whisker, it's gonna look something like this. The 5-number summary, you're gonna have your minimum. So we'll just call it minimum. That is your smallest number. You have your max. Obviously, that is your biggest number. I have my median. That is my middle value. I've got my Q1. You know what that is that is a median. I think I defined this for you guys before. This is the median to your lower data set, So that's going to be my Q3. So, sorry guys. So that's Q1. That's going to be Q3. And it says, boom. A box and whisker displays the data based on the 5-number summary. Now, for the set of data, the graph consists of the minimum value, first quartile, the median, third quartile, and maximum value. So here is, right here looking at it, this is your kind of graphic representation of what we just covered in all of this. Now, I don't need to calculate any averages or anything like that with this. That's good. So, let's construct the box and whisker. Now, you guys don't have access to a graphing calculator. So, we're going to start off doing this the best way we can. So, we got to put everything in order. It appears that the lowest number is 1. So, 1. I have 3. 3 again. I have 4. 4 again. I have 5. 1, 2, 2 times 5. I have 6 once. 7. 2, 3, 4 times. I have 7. Do I have an 8? I do have an 8. It's right there. That's a terrible looking 8. Do I see a 9? I do not. I see 10 twice though. I also see 11 twice. No 12. Oh, where is the 12? 13. 22 and then 23. Alright, so 5-number summary. So what I can do is I am going to identify a few things here. Oops, I didn't want that. I want this. These guys here, obviously biggest two numbers. The minimum, 1. Maximum, 23. So now I need to find the median. I can't do anything until I find the median. So we're going to start crossing stuff off. Boom, boom, boom. Hang on. I don't want to slash that way. I try to make all my first slashes go the same way. And you guys will see why in a second. So as I cross them off, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I did something wrong here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. So it looks like there's 22 data points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. No, there shouldn't. I believe that's it. So it's going to be 7. So 7's our median. That's the problem when you get a big data set like that. That can be kind of hard. So that's my median right there. So that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on each side. 2, 10. Yep. So that would be correct. I forgot to cross one off in the previous step. So my median is actually 7. So now I'm going to look for my first quartile. The first quartile, I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to use purple for this. So my median is here, so I'm going to go to that number directly to the left. Slash, slash. So 23, 3, 4. Now, this is correct. There's a 4 and a 5 in the middle. We're going to add them together, so I'm going to go 4 plus 5 over 2. That's going to give me 4.5. Third quartile. Let's see if we can make that come out to be a little bit nicer. Here, 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 here. And I have the 2 11s in the middle. Add them together, divide by 2. Third quartile is 11. Alright, so now I have my 5 number summary. So here, this is having me put my values in. Now the nice thing around here is I may not have a number line, but I may have a number line. I don't have anything down here though. So first thing I need to do is label this, and we will call this in as grams of sugar. I'm going to label this graph from 1 to 23. So as you can see, I'm labeling it from 1 to 23. Okay, very important. I did all that. Now, we're gonna go for red here. So now my first thing that I'm going to do is my minimum. So my minimum's out there. I just make a little line there. Next, I go to my maximum, which is all the way out at 23. Kaboom. Now, I'm going to do my medians. So the first median is at 7. So that's my median. So now I need to look at Q1. Q1 was, that's the first quartile, that's Q1. That was actually at 4.5. I will actually go Q1 here. I will actually label it as 4.5. So that's the first part of the box. And then the last part, Q3, it's third quartile, that equaled 11. So I'm going to label it like that, just because. Now, I have my box. I have my whiskers that I can connect to. And just like that, we have our box and whisker plot. Now, this thing is talking about, it says when you look at a graphical display, you can decide, look at several key characteristics and draw conclusions. Well, it's talking about the overall shape of the graph. Is there anything interesting? What's the approximate value? How is the data value spread out on the graph? What's the distribution? Symmetric. And they're going to talk about this. Symmetric. Most of the data is in the middle. And the sides have less. I should say an equal amount. Okay. Skewed right. We talked about this on last night's video. Skewed right. Most data is on the left. Okay, so most data is on the left. Some data drags curve to the right. And then skew left, most data is on the right. Some data drags the curve left. All right. So, if you can read that, here's what we're talking about. Skewed right. There's the symmetric stuff. Look at most of the data. It's on the middle. Okay, most of it's in the middle here. And then on the tails, you've got a pretty equal amount. Skewed right. Notice you have this data that's dragging that curve to the right and keeping it from being a normal curve. And then skew left, and notice you have some of the data going to the left, dragging that curve to the left and causing that hump. It says in a blank distribution, that would be in a normal distribution, that equals symmetric. The left and right halves are nearly mirror images of each other. There's a peak in the middle. And these two are pretty much opposites, doesn't really matter. In a skew, we'll go left, or skew right. Distribution of the peak is on the left. There are only a few data points on the right. In a skew left distribution, the peak is on the right, and there are only a few points to the left of the graph. Okay, so this last one, so if we go back up, I'm going to take a look at this, and if I look, most of my data is here, and then we'd have that. That to me looks like a skew right. So this interesting here, what's the approximate middle? So this would be a skew right. All right, guys, you guys can hang in there and do the rest of this, and that will be good. Over and out.